All right, I'd like to welcome everybody to the Board of Adjustments June 26, 2012 meeting and call the meeting to order. All right, got a roll call of members. My name is Brad Walker. I'm chairman. I'm president. Mr. Jim Cecil, vice chairman.
Present.
Ms. Kathy Desideer.
Present.
Mr. Steve McGowan.
Present.
Mr. Mike Broke.
Present.
Mr. Bill Lee.
Present.
And Mr. Willie Robinson is absent. All right, I'd like to open it up at this time for a public comment period. If anybody has anything to say for or against the Board of Adjustments, please come on up. If you're here for a zoning review ID, each one of those items will get a public comment period. Does anybody like to speak? Okay, closing public comment period. Do I hear a motion to accept the minutes of the May 22nd, 2012?
Make a motion.
Second.
Okay, motion by Mr. Jim, second by Mr. Bill. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Do I hear a motion to accept the written decisions of May 22nd, 2012?
Motion. Second.
A motion by Mr. Jim Cecil, second by Mr. Mike Bowe. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Gonna hear our first zoning review. Before I make that announcement, if you're here for old business zoning review ID 2232.12, that has been removed by the applicant before the meeting. So we will not be hearing that last old business tonight. All right, now zoning review ID 2238.12, Lot 5, Summer Run Subdivision for Schofield and Cynthia Ashton, located on the south side of Germany Road, approximately 400 feet east of Bro Road. Is somebody here representing this property? Please come sign in and tell us what the hardship is and why you're requesting this variance.
Well, I was here before because I had a trailer that was put on my property for my son and his girlfriend. And they said I don't have enough space for both of them. Well, since I was here last, I had a second fire. And we had to remodel our home. My wife lost both her kidneys and she can't work anymore, so I've been trying to hang in there by myself. But the problem is my son and his girl separated, and she gonna move the trailer. But right now she can't afford to move. She just got out of jail in April. So we remodeled our home where that burnt the second time. And now I just want to get back in my house so I can stop paying $650 a month rent. And I got a house that's ready to go, and I did everything that I was told to do to get it ready, to get the lights turned on, and that's the only thing that's stopping me, is that trailer in my yard. And I'm just trying to figure out what we can do to where we can get back in our house. She gonna move the trailer as soon as, whenever she can come up with the money, but right now she just can't afford it.
Okay, so somebody's living in the trailer?
Yeah, she the only one living in it because the children and my son stay with us.
Okay. Any questions?
Okay, now, do we already have a variance on this lot for a secondary road? No. So you came and we rejected it,
2 years ago.
but it was put on there anyway?
Well,
Or
when
he
the first,
came after the fact?
It was already on there, ma'am.
And in 3 years, it's never been moved?
no.
No.
Okay, well, I guess I have a problem that it's existed for 3 years after we said no. And if we approve it now, what's to say 10 years from now, the girlfriend won't still be there with the same problem if she can't afford to move it?
We're gonna try to move it, ma'am, within the 2 years. because I don't the situation is now I feel sick. I'm no longer working, and my husband is the only one that's working in the household. So,
I understand that, but it's the girlfriend owns the mobile home,
Right,
correct?
right.
And right now, the house is not movable because she got to get new
Axel.
axles and stuff before it can be moved because Nicky D told us that he wouldn't take a chance of putting it back on the road with those axles and stuff on it. Like I said, she just can't afford to move because she just got out of jail in April. She don't have any money to move it. And
But the problem you're having now is you can't hook the electricity to the house you're in
to my house.
with the electricity on the trailer already there.
Then
So-
it was like,
Yeah, I paid the bill. I paid everything that I was supposed to pay.
But the electricity could be moved from the trailer
To the
to your
house.
house.
Well, the electricity is not in my name. I want my electricity
Well,
hooked
but
up to
it's
my house.
your property.
Okay.
Have you spoke to the electrical company about if the electricity to the trailer is disconnected, if they can hook it up to your home?
That's what I was, like I said, I was trying to find out from the parish what I need to do to get my lights on. And if her lights have to be cut off, so it be. I got to get back to my home because I can't afford to keep paying
Well,
$650.
that's what she was saying. What she was saying was, you're the actual owner of the property. You're the actual owner of the house. I think you have priority, is what she was saying.
Okay.
Lance?
But then they,
Will
Yes, ma'am.
Entergy,
I'm not sure.
okay.
I don't know. I know he is the owner of the property, but the electricity's probably in the other person's name. But he is the owner of the property, so I'm not sure. I don't know.
Was the electricity in your name for the house? Forget about the trailer. When you had that house,
Well,
you
my-
were living in that house,
my first
was
house,
electricity
yes.
in your name?
Yes.
No?
When my first trailer burned down, the electric was in my name. And I went and paid
Okay,
the bill.
the
I had-
first mobile home burnt down.
Right.
That was in your name.
Right.
And then you put another mobile home
Another
there?
mobile home.
Well, she
And
owns.
it burnt down.
And it didn't burn
No,
down,
no.
it caught on fire, remodeled.
Okay, it caught on fire. Whose name was that electricity in?
It didn't have any electricity in.
The second,
Just the trailer in the front had electricity.
We
Okay.
denied it so they wouldn't allow the second trailer. We denied that second trailer.
okay, so the
She's getting
girlfriend,
to How does he get electricity?
I mean, that's up to Energy and them. There's no way we were gonna figure it out as a board how to get electricity.
yeah, but it's not our deal.
No, it's really, truthfully, he's coming for help, is what he's doing right now.
Yeah.
He's trying to get back in his house. And he can't do that until he gets electricity on, we all know that. So the thing about it is, if we can help him out in any way, that's what he's asking. And that's what he needs, our approval, to get the electricity turned back
But we-
on.
Before we start discussion, let's hear from the public. Y'all have any more questions for them before opening public comment? All right, have a seat and give us a sec. We're gonna open up for public comment. If anybody here has anything to say to or against, for or against this variance, please come forward, sign in. It's kind of quiet in here. All right, nobody's coming up?
Nobody
Okay,
has that
closing
yet.
public hearing comment period? Discussion, motion?
I have a question, I guess either legal or Lance answer this. I want to know why the homeowner's dwelling would be considered secondary instead of the girlfriend's dwelling being considered secondary.
Basically, at this time, there's one mobile home that has power on it, and the one that's going to have power on it is, at this time, to me, is going to be considered the main dwelling.
Okay, and if we allow power to be turned on to this mobile home, will this be considered primary since he's the landowner, and then the girlfriends will be considered secondary?
No, I don't know if there's a difference in that point. so I
Well,
don't-
the
I don't
reason
know.
I'm asking is, I'm not opposed to trying to help him out, but I am opposed to allowing an in-run around the secondary residence on this. And what I would be in favor of is making a motion that we allow him to get his own we approve this, but we put the stipulation that the secondary residence that is not owned by him be removed within 12 months. We can legally do that.
I don't see a reason why you can't do that.
Okay.
Well, the problem though too is, we asked for that to be done 2 years ago.
Well, but the problem is hopefully the parish will enforce it after 12 months.
Parish doesn't have any enforcement. That's the issue, I think, with this one now, right? That we last talked?
Well, basically, the way that it's written up is that basically you denied it last time. I don't think there was any stipulation that it had to be moved. So that's why it's where it is. At this point, if you do put a stipulation on it, I could see why within that time frame, we would have to push the issue.
Okay. All right.
One last thing, you said there was an email that came in. You
Yes,
don't
sir.
want to read that, or you don't want to submit that?
We'll submit it, yes, sir.
Do you want to give it to the board members to
Yes,
read?
sir. Yeah, I'll give it.
This is pertaining to this?
Pertaining, okay.
This one, right?
Yes, sir.
That's what I thought. It's one of the adjoining property owners, couldn't be here tonight, so they had submitted an email to Lance and them. Would it be better if we put it up there?
Yes, sir, that's fine. I'll kind of tell you, it basically states he's an adjoining property owner, and he's not in favor of this request, basically because of the same reasons that Ms. Kathy just stated.
Yeah, the lot's too small, and no one's removed the trailer in all this time.
Yeah, okay.
Correct.
Can you focus it?
I hope.
Just focus it a little bit. I can't read it.
To the Board of Adjustments, it has come to my attention by the posting of a sign that my neighbor has reapplied to have electricity hooked up to his trailer again. Unfortunately, I will not be able to attend this meeting, but wanted to express my concern and stress that I am for disapproval of this application. This issue had come, I think, about 1.5 years ago. The decision was made that he had to remove the trailer from the property. The trailer has yet to be removed. When I called the parish office, I was told by Mr. Brock that they didn't have the means to enforce the decision the board had made, such as who would pay to have the trailer removed, who would pay to store the trailer. My issue is, since it was ordered for the trailer to be removed, and since he surely shouldn't be allowed to have the electricity hooked up at this time. He is running electricity from the other trailer on the property, as someone has been staying in it as they were when this issue was first brought up. His lot is too small for 2 trailers. He doesn't keep it up, as I'm sure an inspector could attest to, so please do not approve this. Thank you for your time, Jeff Melanson.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to make a motion that we approve the secondary residence for 12 months. At the end of the 12 months, one of these trailers has to be off of this property.
Which actually goes back to the original.
2 years ago.
Well, not Lance saying that we didn't actually ask them to be removed.
There was no stipulation.
But
Yeah,
No
we denied the
stipulation to have it
motion.
removed. We denied the motion, but didn't ask that they be removed. So this is adding to the motion that after 12 months, one of the trailers have to be removed.
Right.
I'll second the motion.
Okay.
All right, I got a motion by Ms. Cassie Desbier, second by Mr. Jim Cecil, to approve the secondary residence for 12 months. After 12 months, one of the residence trailers has to be removed from the property. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion passes. Second zoning review ID, 2239.12, Lot 109, 12 Oaks, fourth filing, Part 1, for James Hutchins, located on east side of Kenner Drive, approximately 1,300 feet north of Minor Avenue. Is the applicant here? Please come sign in and tell us what you're trying to do, please.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you have a copy of my submittal?
We have,
Can you make this, or can I make this?
is that,
Okay. Okay, about a year ago, I bought lot 109. And I had an idea of a property, dimensions. And this was given to me as the description of the property, or at least a satellite view, and it actually goes from the road to, and it goes there, this is a pond here, and the property actually extends beyond the pond. There's a deep fall into the pond, about 12, 15 feet, okay? The house that I had mine fit on this property, and this was a copy of the survey, and it says 25 feet building line, and I looked online, and I even called your office. Says the setback from the front of the property is 25 feet or 55 feet from center line of the road. And I called your office, and they said that's 25 feet for 12 Oaks extent, or 12 Oaks, whatever it's called, the housing area there. Okay, so I designed my house, or at least based upon that. And then I got with Darren, who's on the architectural committee of the 12 Oaks Homeowners Association, it's called. He says, no, it's not the center line, it's the edge of the road. Okay, fine, so, chunk, okay. Then we got to where they were starting to lay it out, and they got the surveyor out. Whoops. And they said, well, we have a problem. The property line does not start at the edge of the road. And so I went back to the realtor. He came up with another survey which shows this Kenner Road is 60 foot right-of-way. In other words, the actual property line does not start until 20 feet from the edge of the road, okay, which pushed everything back. And they started laying it out, and it didn't fit. In other words, the house was going downhill. So I got with Darren, or, you know, as I say, he was on the architectural committee of the association. And so we agreed that he said if I kept it within 34 feet, 34 to 36 feet of the edge of the road, he himself would agree to this, and he would get with the board members of the 12 Oaks Association. And we did. We came up, I made from a 4-car garage to a 3-car garage.
That's the 8 feet.
Yes, and then this is what our developer drew up for the association and for y'all, which I handed in with the permit. And that's 34 feet. That, it's not the edge of the house, it's the, what's it called, the eave, whatever it's called, okay?
Yeah, the fascia.
Fascia, you betcha, yes, okay. So this was agreed by the committee, or the association, homeowners association. I have the letter, I think you have a copy of that.
Yes, sir.
I don't have a copy of that. Do you have a copy of that?
Yes, sir, we do.
Oh,
We do.
Okay, good. And they agreed it. Then I went to the neighbors, both of them, and said, hey, do you have a problem? I showed them where it's at. Neither one of them had a problem at all. So then I have to come to you guys. Okay, and that's why I'm here. That I would like to build within 34 feet, that's still well within the 25 utility, you know, zone. You know, so that's my approval. This is a copy of, or at least what the house looks like. And that's basically it. Approval to build within 34 feet of the edge of the road. Okay? And if not, I can't build there. So that's essentially it. I like the property. I like the lake. I like, you know, we fell in love with it. So, that's basically it.
When you purchased the property, it had the lake on it?
Oh, yeah, yes.
Because one of these maps you're showing, it doesn't have a lake on it, and then the other map we got has a lake on it.
And
When did the lake get dug?
Lake's been there for years. On one of the maps, it shows, this must be an older one, okay, excuse me, this. I think. It shows a depression. And this is what I got when I bought the property.
He has to move this way.
Okay.
He's right here.
Because like this is the one that was submitted to us here.
He's got to move this way.
And what I'm saying is,
Yes.
109, there is no lake.
They show,
This is a lake.
a ditch.
They show different elevation, but they don't show a pond.
Okay,
So I was trying to think of who caused the hardship is what I'm trying to kind of
Okay.
figure out how long it's been.
No.
But the one that you submitted like this shows a lake.
Yeah, it's over
Yes.
several lots.
yes. There's
Yeah,
about
6
6
lots
or
will
8
be
lots or
affected.
whatever it is on that or the properties to that pond.
Okay.
See, you can see the topo lines getting real close to gutters, and it's the ditch.
And are there houses already on 108 and 110?
Yes, they're built, they're moved in, yes.
It's like Brad in '04, this lake wasn't here.
Now, they're smaller
This is '04.
houses.
I can't read the date on this one. Not on my copy.
Do you know how far they are off the road? Will you be closer than they
Yes,
are?
yes, I will be by about 10 feet or so.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
11 feet.
yes.
Okay. Okay.
And I was told by Darren that other houses in that area, there's another lake in the 12 Oaks Homeowners Association
Over here.
that had similar, and they went to y'all, and it was approved.
Okay. Anybody got any more questions for the applicant?
The neighbors on each side, did you just have a verbal commitment on this, or anything in
Yes.
writing?
Yes.
Anything in writing from them, or just verbal?
No, because I thought you all were going to, I thought you were going to contact them. I
Yeah.
gave them
Well,
the address.
They may be here tonight. We're gonna open it up for public hearing.
Okay,
Okay. Give us a second, we'll go ahead and open it up.
okay.
If anybody has anything for or against this zoning review, please come forward. Sir, if you can have a seat, we'll be. Right. Okay.
Hi, my name is Denise Stein. This is my husband Jerry, and this is our neighbor Amy. I don't even know your last name because she's a new neighbor. Amy C&O. I have not met the new homeowner yet, but we live directly across from his property line, his house.
Like 105?
We're 18215. We're directly across the street from the home he's proposing.
Okay.
We literally just found out about this when I saw the sign from the parish go up. I truly don't know how long it's been up. I do live right across the street, but it just caught my attention this week. So a couple of the neighbors have talked. We truly don't know all the issues. The homeowners association, which we do pay dues for, did not bring this to our attention. We are open to go to the public meetings, but they did not tell us anything about this. Mr. Darren did not, the architectural committee did not tell us. I am not necessarily 100% opposed to it. I actually worked for a real estate appraisal firm for 15 years, so I know all the ins and outs of it. But I think that the homeowners in the subdivision deserve a right to see these plans and make an agreement to them, and not just based on what the homeowners association decided when we all pay dues. And also, the fact that it's going to be set up so far with that 10 feet, I think he said, I'm not positive, that it brought it forward 10 feet from the line, that basically puts him in front of everyone else's home. So their view on his side of the street will be completely blocked. He does only have one home to the right of him. He's the second to last on the street. But, like I said, I don't necessarily object to it all, but I'd like to see it. And when they tell me it's 10 feet further, what I'm basically seeing is, he's going to almost be in my driveway, with his vehicles parked in his cars, his cars in his driveway. He did say, I think he was putting a 3-car garage. I don't know if they'll all be kept in there. We can't fit all of ours in our vehicles in our garage, so one's outside. So that's kind of my main concern.
And we never voted to approve it. I heard him say that the homeowners approved it.
Only
He told
the,
me that in paper. I never signed anything.
On either side, they approved.
right.
Okay. The edge of the house is gonna be 24 feet from the side of the road. That's basically what,
34 feet.
34 feet, sorry. 20
Is
foot and then
there a
30.
20-foot drop back on your side also before
I
the
actually
property
don't know
line
the
starts?
exact, because we didn't custom build our home, but behind our house, we have the 10-acre lake. He is correct, the lake was definitely there when he bought that lot. That lake's been there since we moved in.
And that was in '05, December of '05. It's been
Right.
there.
Okay.
So the lake has been there that long. But everyone else, if you ride through there, And I understand, I'm not saying he's not correct when he's saying that some of the people on our side of the lake needed their homes approved, but all of our homes are in line with one another.
Well,
They're
There's a
not-
lot of restrictions, whereas like behind the homes, as far as building fences and
Bulkheads,
bulkheads, you don't want any
obstruction of the
obstructions.
lakes.
And with his house pushed further forward, that just goes against the rules. I mean,
according to what is in my package, on 5/23/12, the 12 Oaks of Ascension Homeowners Association had a meeting. Got it.
Right, and I am aware, well, we are aware that there was a meeting, but normally they will put out and say if they're going to address any new issues. We were not told that anything was being addressed as far as besides maintenance of the lake. You know, it's
Routine stuff.
usually routine stuff, maintenance of the lake, upkeep of the park, because we do have our own green space in our own park. So, I mean, actually, we've spoken to, since the sign went up, like I said, I don't know when that was. Do y'all know when y'all placed that sign?
Approximately 10 days prior to this
Okay,
meeting.
so we've basically had a week, and I have actually had other neighbors come to me and say, a couple of them were supposed to be here tonight. We're all not necessarily opposed, but none of us were aware of this. The board of our homeowners association did not make us aware of this change. So we
Yeah.
kind of would just like
This
to
letter just says the board.
have time for the homeowners in the subdivision to take a look at it all and make a better,
Well,
assessment.
we have nothing to do with homeowners association,
Well, we could,
okay? We only deal with the parish. I mean, it sounds like you're really mad at the homeowners
oh, no,
association.
I'm not mad. Like I said, I just want to review it. I'm not angry at them. I'm not angry at anybody. I just want to see how it's going to all look and be laid out. I mean, we have
I'm
no
just saying
clue.
that house he's proposing, if he puts it back the way it's supposed to be, that lake behind him is a 25-foot drop-off.
So I understand his dilemma too. That's what I'm saying. I feel bad because tonight's the first night we've even seen him, but it's nothing personal at all. It's just, we all want to see how it looks. Exactly what they're proposing. I know now,
Is there, if he pushes it back, are there any houses that are over the lake on that side?
no. Like he said, his property line goes into the lake and behind it.
Yeah,
So
he-
does ours. We own 300 feet into our own lake.
Okay. Because the lake's not homeowners association property or anything, so he could go in. But I mean, you got piers and all that stuff.
yeah.
Okay. Any questions?
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Anybody else?
Anybody else? Okay, gonna close public hearing. Discussion?
Procedural question, if we were to approve the variance as requested, but it would be dependent on the homeowners approving, can we do that? Can we approve it ahead of time and then?
No, the homeowners association's already approved it.
Yeah.
Well,
That's that statement right there. They had a meeting on 5/23/12.
Well, they had board member meeting, board
And
meeting.
the 1, 2, 3 people were there, made the decision according to this.
Lance, do
So
you
it's
have
be the
any
majority.
record if we gave a variance to 108, 110, 111, or 112?
No, ma'am. I looked, I think I remember looking and see if we'd granted anything on that road, and I didn't see anything. Or even in that subdivision. I think we may have done one in the subdivision, but it was closer to 42. I think they had an oak tree or something that was going on
Yeah,
that end.
that's what it was. Did you close the public hearing?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna make the motion that we approve this variance. The unique circumstance of the lake, he's made adjustments to his home plans to reduce the garage in the front. With a front-loading garage, and he's going to be 46 foot off of this lake, and if it's a slope, he's not really going to have that much yard to play with. So I'm going to make the motion that we approve it, and I would just suggest to the homeowner that you make sure that you have adequate drive pad in front of your home so that vehicles that are parked there, that you can actually get them in without being on sidewalks or obstructing the street.
All right. Do I hear a second?
Like second.
All right, got a motion by Ms. Kathy Desideer to approve as written, second by Mr. Stephen McGowan. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anybody against? All right, motion passes. All right, second zoning review ID, proposed lot 100-A-1 Oak Harbor Campsite, Section 5 for Wanda Hidalgo, located north side of Muddy Creek Road, approximately 300 feet east of Blythe Road. Somebody here for this one? Sometimes people don't show up.
Ellen Jackson with McLean and Associates, representing Miss Wanda Hidalgo. The hardship on this one is they are trying to re-subdivide the property in order to go back to the original line that was created back in '94 by their dad, so that the barn could be on his lot. Since then, he is deceased, so they are just trying to go back to the original line. Since zoning is in place, you know, they don't meet the requirements for, and it's not 20 foot off of that line where it existed back in '94. So we're just asking for a variance.
Yeah, we've already done this one time, but they're wanting to change it back now, redo the lots.
So
She
go
remembers
back
that
to
in
the
94?
Right.
Do what? What's your question?
You remember that?
Yeah, we approved the variance
Yeah.
on this piece of property prior with that old barn, is that correct?
I don't remember this.
1994?
I don't remember. Not 94.
I think we did.
Wow.
But that's what she just said, that it was changed one time before.
Yeah.
Right,
But
and
not-
now.
And now they're trying to change it
So what
back
you
to
want is
the
take the
old.
variance back.
Yeah,
We
basically.
never did a variance before.
No, they just
But
separated.
you
No,
subdivided it.
Subdivided.
Correct, it was
Right.
subdivided
Yeah,
prior.
that's what we're
Correct.
saying. You want to go back to the original lot
Yes.
lines? Okay.
And the problem was the barn.
So we're looking at two survey maps, one with lot 97-A that's got a little bit of a lean-to there, and then lot 97A1 that then squares it back up.
What-
Is the lean-to because of the barn was originally in that property?
Well, the square, that's how it originally was. Their dad had to put angle in there so that the barn could be on lot 97A.
Okay,
But the original line is, you know, the rectangular.
Okay.
okay. And so now the barn's just going with lot 100A1?
Yes.
And then that comes out as, okay, that's out of variance.
I don't see where this is gonna interfere with anything. No, I don't get it.
Which lot is not meeting the requirement?
It would be 100. When you put the line back in line with all, you know,
That's what-
then it wouldn't, the barn is too close to that rear property line.
So it's just the
doing a
barn, it's not
rear
actually the
side
lot
back.
size?
Yeah.
It's
No,
just the barn, yes.
That's the problem.
And the barn has been there for 40-some years
We're
or
just
more.
doing the rear side, right?
Yeah.
Rear side.
Rear setback.
For the
So we're
barn. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, have a seat and we'll see if anybody's for or against this. We're opening it up for public hearing. Anybody want to talk?
Nobody.
Nope.
Nobody.
Closing public hearing. We don't have an interactive audience today.
Good.
Do I hear a motion?
I'd like to make a motion to approve as written.
And I'm going to
I'll
second
second, a third.
it. Well, third.
With third
All right.
and fourth.
A motion by Mr. Jim Cecil, second by Ms. Kathy Desideer to approve as written. All those in favor?
Thank you.
You can tell we've been hot today.
All right, last zoning review. Zoning review ID 2241.12, lots 32 and 33 of Maplewood subdivision for Maplewood Development, located on the south side of Misty Grove Court, approximately 100 feet east of Old Maplewood Drive.
This is a slam dunk.
Hi, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You can turn, if y'all don't have a map, you can turn this on. We were here last month because of an architectural error on lot 31. We have since torn down the garage and re-poured the garage, and it's at a setback of 20 foot. And in order to create future problems with lot 32 and 33, we're here to ask to grant a 5-foot variance from a 25-foot setback line to a 20-foot setback line to match lot 31 that y'all granted last month.
Okay.
Okay.
Any questions?
We have none.
All right.
This,
Do I have a motion, public hearing? Anybody here to speak for or against this variance?
No.
There's one in the audience. I know he's not here to speak. All right. Closing public hearing. Do I hear a motion?
I move
I'd like
you.
to make a motion to accept as written.
All right.
Second. Third.
All right. We got a motion to approve as written by Mr. Jim Cecil, second by Mr. Mike Brew. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Motion passes.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Y'all hear a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion?
Second. All right. All those in favor?
aye.
Aye.
Y'all.
And where's